So, hi. I came to the park today to read one of my recent journal entries to you. I've got my journal. I'm gonna read it to you because it's pretty long and I can't recall it just by memory. And yes, I came to the park partly to challenge my cringe tolerance because I'm not alone here. Okay, let's just do it, okay? I named this entry out on getting to know myself and on self trust. 21st of April, Tuesday, 9:28 p.m. I still feel like I'm holding myself back a lot, like I didn't allow myself to express myself as I truly am. I'm getting better to truly. I'm so much more myself than I was even a few months ago. I don't know, it feels sad, not normal, scary to write it, because I don't like thinking I wasn't myself back then. But I don't mean that I wasn't myself, quotation marks. I mean that I didn't express myself in all the ways I really feel I am. I didn't allow myself to be as weird, as natural, as authentic as I am, and wasn't listening to my desires and urges, wasn't attentive to them at all. Now I'm so much more intentional with it, with actually listening to my body, with acting even on silly, weird urges at all the times when I get the urge to make a weird sound, move in a certain way, lay down, or stand up. Uh, Smile, not smile, go pet my cat, or pet my own head. I'm consciously allowing myself to be, to live, to exist in the space I occupy, to actually live, and to use the space I occupy, to exist in it. And by that I mean not going automatically from one spot to the other, but intentionally, consciously notice my thoughts, my desires, my body's signals and urges, and doing what I desire in the moment, what feels better in the moment, or feels like a good option in the moment to feel better in the short period of time, even though I have some fears or feel a bit sluggish or resistant to acting not by a learned pattern, but in a more natural way that I want to act like in the moment. And honestly, I feel like it's freeing. Yeah, it feels like I'm giving me and embracing the permission to live, to feel. Like I'm only now waking up my senses. Like I'm finally noticing and honoring my true personality, my desires, and like I'm learning to express them and to act how feels right to me. I may be not explaining it well or not getting to the core of the initial thought I got, but I'm trying to say that I'm starting to feel. Maybe it's the natural and the most right response from my mind and my body to me being more attentive to myself and being more intentional with my actions. I now ask myself, whatever it is I want to do right now, in which way I want to do it, what I feel like doing, what feels natural to do. And by the way, I'm not talking about like big things even, like what is my dream career that I want to do. I mean, I stop myself to think like on one leg I want to stand right now to shift my weight from one leg to the other, or maybe in which way I want to stretch out a bit in the moment, or maybe a weird sound I want to make. I stop and take deep breaths when I notice that I'm rushing and doing the usual actions. I try to stop rushing. I breathe for a few moments, try to ask myself again, what do I need to do right now according to my body's signals? What feels right? What sounds good? Not what I should be doing or what is right for the invisible audience I perform for, what I have time for. No, I have the time and I have the space for myself to simply be myself to the whole extent I can, to come as I am, to be who I am at my core, regardless of how I am perceived, regardless of how I am perceived by others. And I feel like this note is an important thing that I need to remind myself of pretty often. I'm getting better with it. I'm truly expanding my character, finding her within me, allowing myself to show up as I am and embrace it, own it. Own my messy, unexplainable style, my inside jokes, inside for me and me. My taste, my urges to freeze for some time, and urges to move and steam in comfortable ways, to be vocal, to speak my mind, to unmask, to not constantly check the time or look for someone else's reassurance, to be my own guide. And to kiss my mic, apparently. I'm learning to trust myself, to trust that it's safe to do all these things, to own who I am, to give myself permission to discover who I am, to show up as I am in all the messy, ugly, or beautiful, the most natural ways that feel right, even if they are misunderstood by others. I've got only this one life, and it's mine. And I no longer want to go through it on an autopilot, making choices out of convenience or not making them consciously at all, hitting the closest button, ignoring the ones that are blaring up with color, asking for attention, showing me all the possible options. I now listen and look at these options with interest. I approach my inner voice, the urges I've got, the ideas and desires that pop up in my brain with curiosity and with attention. I try to notice them and embrace being free, and embrace the free will I've got in acting on them in the present moment, instead of shoving them down in the fear of making a mistake, or messing up, or being late or wrong. I feel like I'm getting to know myself for the first time in the longest time, and I feel more like it's the best time to live. Now. Right in the now, 'cause that's all I've truly got. Instead of constantly living on edge and repeating to me over and over again that I haven't got time. I only truly have the time to be me. I have no more time to force, to ignore, to hide. I'm over it. I am as I am, and I am glad I exist. So, apparently it's my favorite word, so. I repeat it so many times. I've conquered my fear of being cringe in public and reading my journal out loud in public, and I think that's a win for today. I'm glad I came here and recorded this video and audio and read it to you, and I'm amazed by the woman doing her strides in the background. Like, she's amazing. I'm just trying to say thank you for being here, thank you for listening to me, and I hope that this journal entry maybe gives you hope that it is truly, even if it feels really hard, or like you haven't got time for that, or haven't got much power to do it, or like you will never reach the point when you are allowing yourself to be yourself, to stop performing, to really listen to yourself. It's hard. It's fucking hard. And I'm not saying that I'm good at it or I'm always in tune with myself. This was, I forgot the word. Proof. This journal entry is a proof that it's a work in progress and probably will be for the whole life you've got. And to me, it will be a work in progress for my whole life, to really tune in with myself, to really learn myself, to learn to listen to myself, to act on my own urges, to stop living on autopilot, stop going by invisible rules, stop performing for an invisible audience or even for a visible audience. Right now I'm performing too, but I act on an urge I've got and perform in a way that feels good, feels more natural to me. Oh, there are little magpies. No, it's not magpies. There are little birds and they make little bird noises and I like them, okay? I like bird watching. I'm a granddad. All I'm trying to say is that it's possible to get there. It takes a lot of work and probably a lot of time, and especially if you have a history of trauma or some disorders that hold you back, it's still possible to get there, to rebuild trust within yourself, to rebuild trust to yourself, in yourself. And this entry is about that, about self-trust. Learning how to be okay with yourself, at peace with yourself, embrace yourself in all the ways that you are, in all the beautiful ways that you are, in all the ugly, unpresentable ways that you are. Because, I'm really learning to embrace being as ugly as I want to be, as beautiful as I want to be amazing and be rubbish and be anything I am. Like, anything and everything that I truly am, that I feel is me, my natural, authentic self, not the self I've learned to be or the self that others want me to be, expect me to be, tell me I am. I'm learning to trust my own inner voice and my own perception of myself, of who I am, what I want, how I can get there, what I need for it. Yeah. And that's maybe a whole new topic to discuss in maybe new videos. So, new journal entries to come. Have a nice day. Go pet a dog. I really want to go pet a dog. It's a gloomy, rainy day outside, but sun occasionally comes out, and I enjoy the sun because I'm partly a plant. I photosynthesize. I love my vitamin D. Have a nice day. And maybe try some little steps to trust yourself more. Bye.